1, 2, 3, 5, 7.
Jedan, jedan. Jedan, jedan, 2, 5, 7. Samo mi reci nivo.
Jedan, 2, 5, 7 test. Hvala. turn it on? Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Thank you, my friend.
The microphone, do you have to... So you have... Yes, please. If possible. And then they don't have to worry. Yeah. And then they don't have to worry. Yeah. Amazing. Perfect. Thank you very much. I've just switched the mic. Yes. Yes. Amazing.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Firstly, apologies for our delayed arrival. It was sadly out of our hands, but delighted to be joined here by England captain Harry Kane as we preview tomorrow's FIFA World Cup qualifier with Serbia here in Belgrade. If when you've got questions, just raise your hand and please state your name and the organisation you work for. And if we can minimise questions to 2 per person, it would be much appreciated. Start here with Rob.
Hi Harry, good to see you.
And you?
Look, you've played in some of the biggest and most iconic stadiums in world football. This one seems to have a special feeling about it, and it's probably going to be a pretty intense atmosphere. What are you expecting?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for sure. I played here with Spurs quite a few years ago, so had that experience of it, and yeah, definitely a difficult atmosphere to play in front of. I'd imagine tomorrow will be even more, will be more hostile, and they'll try and make it as difficult as they can for us. You know, it's a big game in terms of qualification for the World Cup. So yeah, we need to be ready. It's going to be a difficult evening, but you know, we've had games like this before, and I feel like we've handled it well, and we need to do the same tomorrow.
If you win this one, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but if you win this one, it feels like it's the key game in qualifying, the toughest game in qualifying. If you win it, will you feel like you've got one foot in the World Cup finals?
It'll be a big step in the right direction, of course. Yeah, when you look at the group, this is definitely this and the Albania away games for sure are going to be the 2 toughest. And yeah, the way the group is poised at the moment, we know that if we win, we take a big step in the right direction. But also, you know, from Serbia's point of view, they know it's a great opportunity for them as well to get their nose in front and go into a great position going into the next camp. So yeah, look, we need to focus on what we can control, and that's going out there and playing the way we know we can. And yeah, it's going to be difficult, but you know, we enjoy these challenges. This is part and parcel of qualifying for the biggest tournament in the world, and we look forward to it.
Okay, please raise your hand if you have a question. We'll go to the back.
Hi Harry,
Hello.
it's Sam at Space ITV. I wonder if you get the sense of frustration, because a lot of the group games that you've had to play in World Cup qualifying, you've come up against teams that will back up against you, play a low block. As a striker who's desperate to score goals, do you get the same sort of sense of frustration as some of the supporters get when they're watching those games?
Yeah, I think it's understandable. You know, every game up until now in this group has been, like you said, against a team that almost are happy to sit back and just kind of try and not make it 4-5-0. So you have to be patient in those moments. I feel like we've had spells where we've handled that well. We've had some moments where we can improve on. I think tomorrow night will be different. I think tomorrow night, Serbia are a really good football team. They will try and play, especially here at home. They will try and probably press us higher up the pitch and make it difficult. But yeah, going back to them games as a striker, it's not going to be tens of chances in the game. You have to kind of take your maybe one or two that you get. Up until the game a couple of days ago, I was able to kind of get on the score sheet. So as a striker, you're happy to help the team. But as always, you're looking at areas to improve. And I still feel like as a team, and we can get better at breaking down low blocks. But ultimately, any team you face now, no matter where they're ranked in the world, if they go in a 5-4-1 and have a good tactical understanding, they can make it difficult. And that's kind of what we've been up against. So. Of course, we'd have loved to have won those games, maybe by more goals, but ultimately, we've done what we had to, and we learn from it and move on to the next one.
You come up against someone like Milenkovic tomorrow, have seen in the Premier League, and who's had a good spell with Nottingham Forest. Do you relish that battle?
Yeah, I always want to play against, the best opposition. As a striker, you're going to come up against some great defenders. In different aspects, tomorrow will be a physical game, tall, strong defender that, I'll have to, maybe try and find different ways to bring the best out in me. But, throughout my whole career, I've loved any challenge. I've loved these type of away games. I feel like they bring the best out in me. So tomorrow will be no different. I know what to expect. I know it's going to be difficult, but, I'm just looking forward to being out there and trying to hopefully help my team get one step closer to qualifying.
James here.
Hi, Harry.
Yep.
The Serbian FA have urged their fans not to repeat past issues with discrimination or racism tomorrow night. It's been reported that the players have held a discussion about maybe what to do. Can you give us some insight into what was said and what you are going to do? Yeah, no,
we have a meeting and, we discuss the protocols that are in place more from UEFA's point of view. I don't think we like to discuss it too much. Our focus is on the game. Our focus is on, trying to beat Serbia on the pitch. Anything can happen, of course, and we're prepared for that. But ultimately, we're not thinking about that. We're thinking about the football game, like the Serbian FA have put out. It's about enjoying the spectacle, enjoying the game, and we hope that's the case tomorrow.
I understand that completely, but obviously it is something you've experienced before. Would you be prepared to take the players off if it happens again?
Well, we're prepared to do what UEFA protocols allow us to do. I thought we handled that situation away in Bulgaria really well, and it'll be no different. These are things that are hard to talk about now because we don't know if it's going to happen or not. But ultimately, like I said, we're prepared, and we had a discussion as a group so that if the event does happen, we'll be prepared to do what's necessary.
Thanks, James. Do we have any further questions? Just come hamster at the end. Thank you.
Hi, Harry. The other day you didn't have too many touches, and then you go back to the Euros, people complain that you were having too many touches deep. I just wanted to ask, what is the manager asking you to do? And is the challenge, I guess, for your teammates to find you?
Yeah, I think I've always said in different games against different opposition will always determine that. When you're playing the game a couple of days ago where you're playing against 11 men behind the ball, there's no point really me coming behind the ball as well. We've got enough players who can have those touches and create space. Tomorrow might be a little bit different because if they're trying to press us a little bit higher, it might allow me to come and get the ball and maybe try and bring a bit more tempo to the attack. But yeah, the game the other day was more, I felt like we could have been a little bit more direct with crosses, and both our goals come from that aspect. We got into good areas and maybe sometimes just overplayed a little bit. So from a striker's point of view, of course I want as many balls in the box, and hopefully I can get on the end of a few of them. But in terms of my role from the manager, it isn't specific. Each game will change a little bit, and tomorrow night might be a little bit different to the game against Andorra.
Did you also see what Milenkovic said earlier? He said that he probably won't, or the team won't follow you man to man. They'll wait for you to come into their zone. Is that something you've come across before when they aren't going to follow you? They're waiting for you to. And how do you deal with that?
Yeah, Again, for me, I'll find out on the pitch, obviously. I'm not going to take his word for it because you never know what might happen. But, yeah, look, there's games where defenders like to man mark me when I'm in the box, and sometimes I find it better when I drop and then arrive later. I actually find I get more chances that way. And then, yeah, it depends if they're marking zonal. You know, it might allow me to stay higher up and try and get on the end of things that way. So they're all kind of things we look at. You know, we have an idea of how we think they like to defend, how they like to play. But ultimately, until you're out on the pitch, you never really know. And I think that's where, you know, experience and, yeah, just game understanding come into it, and you kind of decide then and there.
Hello, Harry. Nikola Lucic, ATV Banja Luka. What do you think is going to be the main difference from that game you played against Serbia on UEFA Euro Championship last year? It was a very tough game. Serbia has pretty much the same team, but you guys have made some changes.
Yeah, we expect a similar game, to be honest. That was a really tough game in the Euros last summer, and I thought for large parts of that game we controlled it well. Probably the second half we look at as, you know, a game that we could have done a little bit better. Serbia were really good in possession, and we struggled to press the way we wanted to. So yeah, tomorrow, you know, we have to go with loads of energy. We have to make it as difficult as we can for them. If we give them too much time, they have enough quality in the team to hurt us. And yeah, so we're going to go aggressive. We're going to try and be on the front foot. As always, it's not the easiest thing to do, especially away from home with the atmosphere, with the crowd. But yeah, hopefully we can come out with that energy and yeah, really take the game from minute one.
In the middle here.
Hello, Slobodan Maricic from BBC Serbia. You mentioned Milenkovic, but how do you see the attacking side of Serbia? Your colleagues, strikers, Mitrovic and Vlahovic could possess a great threat to your spot.
Yeah, some great attacking players. Obviously, Mitrovic I've come up against him in the Premier League quite a lot, and a great goal scorer. Physical, hard to handle. Uses his body well, switches play well, and then in the box, you know, 1v1, he can be really dangerous. So whoever plays tomorrow night, we know it's going to be, yeah, they're going to have threats that we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to defend well. We're going to have to defend our box well. Hopefully we can counter that by having more of the ball and trying to keep you know, the play in their half. But ultimately, like I said, this is a dangerous team. We know from last summer, we know from watching the clips leading up to this game that they can be dangerous, and we have to be ready for that.
Hello, Sara Milicev, Portal. What do you think about that English media criticizing you often, besides England win every single game? What do you think about that? Media pressure on England even though you win?
Good question. Yeah. No, look, I think I've been long enough now an England player that, you know, sometimes you're going to win football matches and there's still going to be a big conversation about how we won or what we should have done or who should have played. And that's part and parcel of it. I think we have so many great players in the England team. We have so many great players who are not with the England team. And, of course, there's always going to be opinions. I think what's important is that, you know, amongst the group, amongst us, we know what we're trying to do. We know how difficult some of these games are. We know how frustrating some of these teams can be to play. So ultimately, it's about qualifying. We want to be in America next summer. Sometimes it's taken for granted a little bit. We're just expected to be there, but we know the work we put in. We know the detail in every meeting, in every training session that gets us to where we are. And yeah, that's all we're focused on. We can't control the noise on the outside. That's always going to be there. That's part and parcel of getting to this level, and you just have to deal with it.
Okay, I think we're done. Okay, just finish here with Harry.
Thank you. Sorry, Harry, one more if that's okay.
Yeah.
you know we have a lot to write and report, and we've spent a lot of time talking about what the identity is of this England side under Thomas Tuchel now. You know the manager as well as anyone. What would you say he's trying to instill in you as England's identity?
Yeah, I think he's trying to be fearless. He's trying to make us have that energy where we go into any game against any opposition, and this is the way we play, this is the way we press without the ball, this is the way we keep the ball. I don't think the games have been easy to kind of show that so far, like we touched on a little bit earlier. When you're coming up against the same sort of 11 men behind the ball, it can be a little bit frustrating. We probably haven't shown our best qualities. Also, there's been players missing in each camp who are important players. Obviously, Jude not here, Bukayo, Stonesy was here for a little bit. Players who play a big part in what we're trying to build. That's given other players opportunities to show what they can do. But yeah, maybe tomorrow night we'll get the best version of ourselves. We'll get the best version of how the boss sees us, and that's what we're trying to do in every game. But look, the messaging we get is that he's happy with us. We're happy in the direction we're going, and hopefully we can show that in the game tomorrow.
Okay, we've got Thomas Tuchel ready to come in, so we'll end it there. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, now joined by England head coach Thomas Tuchel. Again, if we're going to limit it to 2 questions per person, then please raise your hand and state your name and your organisation. Again, do you want to get some help?
Thomas, good to see you. It's Rob Dorset from Sky
Same.
Sports. I don't think there's any doubt that this looks like England's toughest qualifying game on paper, and some of the fans have been saying to us they feel that this game will really define the first half of your time in charge as manager almost.
Yeah.
What do you think? Does that sound about right?
Not sure. Let's see. Let's see and wait until tomorrow how the game plays out. You always have to prepare for everything. We prepare for the best version of Serbia. First of all, we are in a very sportive country, in a very emotional country. They have world-class sportsmen in all types of sports. They have amazing talents over the years in football, and we will face individual quality, we will face emotions, we have our first away game together in a very emotional and traditional stadium. So I think the occasion, the opponent and the constellation will bring out the very best in us tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it.
Can I ask you about the team news? We know that Mark Gay has been struggling a little bit with a groin injury, but he looked like he trained this morning. Is he good to go? And what are you thinking about how many changes you might make from the Andorra game a few days ago?
From terms of performance, I have to say not too many. Maybe slight adjustments, because I have to say, can just repeat myself, we had an excellent camp, and everyone deserves to play. Everyone deserves some minutes. The players are not yet in a rhythm where it's normal also to play 90 minutes every 3 days. So we take this into account. Like we said, we do last decisions for changes and for the lineup tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. Everyone is available, so it will be narrow decisions, but it's a good sign.
And Mark's okay to start if you
want
want
him everyone to. Trained, everyone is okay to start.
Thank you.
Okay, next please. Any further hands? No? James? Thank you.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
The Serbian FA have urged their fans not to repeat past issues with discrimination or racism. Are you confident in the UEFA protocols? Harry's told us the players have had a conversation about it. Have you talked to them about it as well?
I didn't, but the people in charge at the FA talked with us about it. Yeah, we're aware, and still I always believe in the good. So I always believe that we will have a high-level sporting competition and celebrate the sport for what it is.
So you're confident and clear in those UEFA protocols if there's an incident?
Yes, we are aware of the protocol, but I don't want to put the big focus on it because I believe in the beauty of sport and in the beauty of the game, that we can have a respectful and emotional match tomorrow.
Sam at the back.
Yeah.
You come up against low block after low block in this qualification period. How different will it be against Serbia, and how much better do you think your team is getting at trying to break those down?
We're getting better. We're getting better. We will face, if we are aggressive and if we are front-footed and if we are disciplined and we put in the necessary effort of the ball, we will hopefully win the ball early and have, again, a lot of the balls. Players want to have the ball, they're used to have the ball and dominate matches. This can then lead to another low block in a 5-4-1, maybe in a 5-3-2. But every match is different, every opponent plays it different, plays with different behaviors within the structure, play with different distances in between the lines, so we have to play. We have to take advantage of the spaces that they show us tomorrow. We did not struggle so much, but it is difficult to break down a low block, a low deep block in a 5-4-1. There's no secret about that, but I think we have progress. I'm happy with the work in camp. I'm happy with the attitude of the players, and I think we're getting there. I say it because I'm absolutely convinced. I see what I see. I feel what I feel, and I think we will get better and better. We are very clear about how we want to play and how we want to break it down, and players will show their quality tomorrow.
Thanks, Sam. Do we have any questions from our hosts? Yeah, in the middle there.
Hi, Slobodan Maričić, BBC Serbia. You mentioned that Serbia has world-class sportsmen. Was anyone particular at your mind, and do you have any favorites? Thank you.
A tennis player was on my mind, of course, after the US Open, and no, but in general, no. You have very, very successful sports teams. Handball, basketball, and of course football. So your players play in top clubs and in top leagues, and there's always young talents, always newcomers around the Serbian national team that can surprise and have a career, and a good career. So, and we see this when we look at the matches and we analyze you as our opponent. Then we see the quality. We are aware of it. We need to be very aware of it tomorrow in defending all the quality and individual quality, and that's a nice part of it. This is what a qualifier and what international football is all about, and we're happy to be here and compete with you for the 3 points tomorrow.
And who do you see as the biggest threat to your squad tomorrow?
In our squad or in your squad?
biggest threat from Serbia to your squad?
Well, I think you play very flexible. I think you play if you have the ball, you play very flexible. You build up in a back three, but the back three is very wide from times to time. So the six drop in and build a new back four, a new back five. Very, very flexible. We need to have quick answers to that. Then you play with high wing backs who are both very, very attacking minded. Both have very strong crosses. With the left, both with the left foot normally, and then your strikers, number 10, super dangerous. They love to play with each other. They play their 1 and 2s. They can play blind, yeah? and they know where the other one is. So they're looking out for each other, and we are aware of it. The team is prepared. We did our defensive meeting and training today, and hopefully we can prove the point tomorrow.
Sara Milicev, Spartel. Are you afraid that Dusan Vlahovic will continue his scoring goal? He scores 3 goals in last 3 games. Are you afraid of that he will be very good tomorrow?
No, I'm not afraid, but I'm aware of his quality. But I think 3, I'm always a bit superstitious, and the number 3 is a nice cycle. I think 3 is enough. We don't need to go to 4 or 5. There's no need for that, but jokes aside, no, it's top quality, and of course he's a top striker, top international striker. We are aware of his movements, we are aware of his finishing skills, and it will be a team effort to not allow too many chances.
Over the far side here. Thank you very much.
With Sportski Journal, is draw tomorrow success for your team?
Say again, please.
Draw is success for your team.
A draw is a success.
Draw.
Ask me after the match. But we are here to win. We're clearly here to win. We are prepared to win, to try to win. This is why we are here. We want to put the performance and quality on the pitch, that it's enough to win. We can never guarantee, and we will never be arrogant and disrespectful. We say it's obvious that we win, because first of all you have to do it, and we show, of course, the respect to every opponent that we play, and for sure to a Serbian national team. But the result is hard to control. We want to have a good performance, and we need a top performance to reach our goal. The target is clear. We want to win.
And can you explain us from Serbia how much is difficult to be England manager? Because every game you must win. Every must be okay with the journalists, with PR, with Kings. Yeah.
Here we are. The rest is having dinner, and I'm here with you guys. So. But no, it's a privilege. It's not hard. It's a dream, and it's a challenge that I wanted, and it's a privilege that I got offered this opportunity. And I can just assure everyone, like on day one, I will do everything, really everything, that to be successful. I love every minute of it. It comes with scrutiny. It comes with criticism, and it comes, of course, with a lot of opinions. That is normal. But the job in itself, and the people around, and to work with the players is a privilege, and is a dream.
Okay, 2 to finish, here and here.
Hello, Thomas. A few months ago, you mentioned that. It wasn't ideal seeing Harry Kane play so deep during the Euros. You'd rather have him a bit high up, but of course the other day he didn't have many touches. How do you plan to get more out of him, higher up field?
I don't worry about Harry. Harry is ready to score in every game. It will always happen, and it happens in the modern game not only to Harry, that a number 9 who plays in and around the box and is then in the middle of the traffic, in the middle of a low block, 5-4-1, has not a lot of touches. I'm happy that he resists maybe the temptation to go into deep midfield to have some touches, because I want him in and around the box. This is his outstanding quality. He's our number 1 goal getter and our number 1 scorer, and this is where we want him to have. no worries about Harry and about his role. We will feed him, he will score, that's what he does, and he will not stop.
Last one.
Hello, Thomas, Nikola Lucic, ATV Banja Luka. What do you think about potential Milenkovic-Harry Kane duel? Milenkovic is playing some great season at Nottingham Forest. It's not going to be easy for Harry.
Yeah, will be a good pairing. Like I said, you have a lot of quality players and quality leagues, and it will be a good competition. I hope we can give you some problems, and then we speak after the game.
Okay, thanks for your time. Apologies again for the delay.